When my parents passed away, it was in 2010. I was still 15 at the time. They passed away in a car accident during the World Cup. My grandmother was my mother for the longest of time. She was there throughout all of it. And when they passed away, it became hard. I had to step up. I had to be a mother, a sister, and a father to my baby sister. We are very close because she's the only thing that links me to my parents. The beneficiary care, it helped me a lot. I was still in high school at the time. I had to buy a uniform. It also removed the stress away from how are we going to pay our school fees. We also got a monthly allowance to help us with paying things like my transport and buying food. So it was just a matter of one phone call and you get the assistance that you need. Everyone there was always so helpful, both me and my sister. We never needed anything.
The Fedroup's beneficiary care offering is an offering that looks after the money of minor children. So typically a parent is employed and they participate in a pension fund. If that parent were to pass away, there's a death benefit that gets distributed. And when that parent has a child under the age of 18, this child needs money to continue with their livelihood. The beneficiary fund is a construct within the financial services environment, and it's there to protect the money for the child. It's placed in the hands of capable trustees that would manage the money on behalf of the child. But Fedroup has looked at our product offering to say, what more can we do for our beneficiaries? How would we feel if that was our child in that situation?
If you look at our beneficiary care program, we designed it to make sure that we treated beneficiaries as children who had lost their mother or father. And that slight change in wording becomes very important. Instead of seeing someone as a member or an investor, you see them as a vulnerable person who's giving you all their savings. For many businesses, beneficiary funds are just that. They are a fund filled with money where investment houses have almost pinned it on as an extra product that allows them to earn fees on assets. For us, beneficiary funds is so much more. First of all, in the name, it's beneficiary care, not beneficiary funds. Second of all, we recognize that many of these clients want to speak to someone in their first language. So we're able to take calls in any of the official 11 languages and a couple of more. We've built custom systems from the ground up that look after every interaction of every one of those beneficiaries. And so there's this wonderful bringing together of technology and of humans, making sure that humans are backed by strong technology. Not that technology hides humans. That's a subtle difference.
Turnaround times are very, very important to us. So when we get a request like, my child needs to go and see the doctor urgently, the guardian doesn't have time to wait for a board of trustees to convene 3 months later to make that decision. They need the money now. So in terms of making payment, 24 hours is what we're looking at.
The beneficiary care product is an amazing product. Kids is very dear to me. Fedroup knows how passionate I am about that because children doesn't ask to be orphaned. And I think that's where Fedroup plays such an important role. Because of the passion of the people they employ, you just feel the warmth from people who care. And so this for us as a fund, it plays a pivotal role in how we treat people and how we're so compassionate.
A beneficiary fund ultimately is there to make regular payments, but you want to invest quite robustly as well. Invest so that you can preserve the capital. We only hold 2% of our beneficiaries' money in cash, and it's really important. Holding any more in cash means that that money doesn't actively participate in growth. When the beneficiary turns 18, you actually want to be able to give them something that says, your parent left this for you.
After I turned 18, they called to tell me that my trust fund has matured. I remember that was when I got my first bank account.
Our beneficiary care team are very important people in our lives. We only employ people who are parents. and who were beneficiaries before. You see, empathy is something that you can't fake. So it's important to us that we employ the right people for the job.
My name is Gaugelo Chauke, and I'm a beneficiary care administrator. So my job is to ensure that our minor beneficiaries are well taken care of. The fact that I was a beneficiary before, it has actually given me like a brighter light on what the other beneficiaries might actually need. It's uplifting to actually help people and ensure that they are fed, they are going to schools. Like you've actually fulfilled the part that was outstanding in their lives.
It's not just anybody who can do this, so your heart has to be in the right place. There's gotta be a lot of caring, a lot of understanding. Gaugelo came in straight from matric as a learner, and I'm also proud to say that I was one of the administrators who made sure that his fees are paid. And because he was from the other side, and now him having to interact with his beneficiaries, I think that he's handled this so well because now he understands from both sides, and I think he's doing a fantastic job.
It's very challenging sometimes emotionally with the circumstances that you come upon. How I actually overcome my most challenging days at work is to talk to my family and talk to my boys, because they also play a very important role in my life. I grew up with them, so we can correlate to the type of circumstances that we go through. My father passed on in 2009 in May. He had kidney failure. Emotionally, I wasn't well. I just wanted to be alone. I was a very young boy at the time, and I think my dad was very close to me. So now I have to basically discover a new me, and it took some time, but we got there. The Idike program is in Spedi. It means challenge yourself. My dad basically had a provident fund that he was paying for, and he had minor beneficiaries that he had nominated. So that's how we fall onto the program, me and my brother. Fedroup called my mom and they advised her of the program. So I was like, okay, let's go.
The Iteke Learnership Program is something that is so close to my heart. So when beneficiaries get to matric, we invite them to participate in the Iteke Learnership Program. This program is only open to beneficiaries. Anyone who participates in the Iteke program would have lost a parent.
I found out about the Iteke Learnership when I became a beneficiary when my father passed away. The Iteke Learnership is an opportunity for us to be able to work in a corporate environment. You can actually even work here while you're studying at university, which is a great thumbs up.
We rotate them through the business so that they spend a couple of months in each department. And throughout the year, there is the qualification. And then at the end of that year, they've completed that qualification and they've had 12 months workplace experience.
The course was really tough. Our facilitator was amazing. She explained it as simple as possible, and the assignments were hard, but she was with us all the way. And actually does check-ins with us to see how we're doing. It makes me feel like I'm actually important here, like they actually value my presence here and actually motivates me. My favorite department so far is governance, risk, and compliance. I'm doing a law degree. I actually want to be a compliance officer, so it opened up a lot of opportunities for me. I enrolled in UNISA. I'm currently doing a Bachelor's of Law. I would actually regard myself as an A student. Getting good grades, straight A's, I feel like a nerd, and I'm not really actually a nerd, no. The learnerships help us young people to find employment because you already know how it actually works in the corporate world. They know that they actually don't have to start at the beginning to train you because you already know the basics.
At our core, we're about people. Our beneficiary care product not only looks after the beneficiary, but essentially gives them an opportunity to come and work for us. And we've probably got about 10% of our staff now who are actually ex-vulnerable children who now have full-time work at Fedroup.
So the vibe at Fedroup does genuinely feel like you in a family. It's a good job, I don't want to lie. It's very nice. For me, being my first job, I don't want to work for any other corporate company. This is my first and my last.
I love Fedroup. Fedroup is my second home. I manage all our service desks. My job is to make sure that everyone knows what they need to do. One of our mottos is to get shit done, so I make sure that we stick to that. The stand-ups, at first, they were very scary. I was just a little girl in a room full of people older than me and thinking, what do I say? Where do I start? When I got a hang of it, I became a pro and I love it. I discovered one thing about myself is that I'm brave. I feel like nothing can stop me. I can do anything, literally. My purpose in this life is to help people. I believe that if it wasn't for the help that I got, I wouldn't be where I am. So I would like to do the same for others as well. I believe that there is more that we can do as a country, but it starts with just helping one person and then the rest will follow.